quick safety note before we start. This is a hypnotherapy demonstration. Please do not listen while driving or doing anything that requires focus. Choose a quiet, safe place where you can relax comfortably. Welcome to the comeback season, where we have real conversations about fueling your body, rebuilding strength, and stepping back into the life you were meant to live. Whether you've been caring for kids, aging parents, or just lost sight of your own needs, we see you. And this is your season to rise. Hello, my name is Nicole McLeod with Healthy Mind, Healthy Body. I'm a mindset and fitness coach and the author of I Started on a Tuesday. I know what it feels like to lose yourself in the chaos and still hold on to the hope that something better is coming.
And I'm Christy Kelsey from Christy Counts Macros, nutrition and mindset coach and food freedom advocate. I've worked with lots of women who felt stuck, restricted, and unsure where to even begin. Together, we're bringing you honest conversations, healing truths, and real strategies to help you rise again, physically, mentally, and emotionally, whether you've hit rock bottom or you're just tired of putting yourself last. This space is for you because this is your comeback season, and it starts right now.
Welcome back to the comeback season. I'm Nicole, and today's episode is going to be just a little different because we're not talking about healing and transformation. Well, we are a little bit. We're actually, though, going to let you hear what it looks like in real time. We're joined by hypnotherapist Tracy Simonetta, and she's going to do a live hypnotherapy demo with yours truly. We wanted to do this episode as a practical integration of everything we talked about in the last episode, so you can experience the magic Tracy does and understand how this work can actually apply to your everyday life. And I want to actually say something else here. As a Christian, I used to actually avoid hypnotherapy. I didn't fully understand it, and part of me actually wondered if it wasn't even godly. But what I've learned is that it actually isn't about control or anything dark. It's simply a way to quiet the noise, communicate with your subconscious mind, and uncover the deeper patterns that keep you stuck. So you can step into the person that God has always wanted you to be. So if you've ever said, I know what I should do, but I can't stay consistent, my friend, this episode is for you. But quick side note, if you haven't listened to the first episode with Tracy, head on back to Spotify, Apple, or YouTube and check out episode 27 first. All right, Tracy, my friend, you take it from here.
Thank you, Nicole. Thanks for having me. So yes, I'm going to teach you some tools and tricks today. And first of all, I want to say, we talk about insight, catching yourself. Insight matters when making change in life, but we also need the tools that we can actually reach for, right? Tools that we can use on a random Tuesday afternoon when the kids are melting down and your spouse says a one-off comment to you and it just sends your nervous system into overdrive, right? So insight helps you to notice those patterns, right? Yeah. But lasting change happens when we pair the insight with nervous system regulation and subconscious reprogramming. So stress softens, reactions slow, and connection becomes possible again. So think of it like this. Like insight is realizing the alarm is going off, and the nervous system quiets the alarm so that you're not reacting in panic. And the subconscious reprogramming wires the system so that it stops misfiring in the first place. Does that make sense? Does it make it easier for you to digest? Yeah.
Yes.
And that's how insight turns into real change. So this isn't about being perfect. It's not about catching yourself every time. And it's definitely not about shaming yourself when you miss it, okay? Over the years, I found that real change falls into three core categories: nervous system regulation, pattern interrupts, and subconscious reprogramming. Now, each one plays a different role, and they work best together. Mm-hmm. So in this episode, I'm going to walk you through what each of these mean, why they matter, and how you can start using them today in real life. So we'll start with nervous system.
Very excited.
I know. Now this is going to be a hands-on interactive episode, so play along with us. So the first one is nervous system regulation. You're teaching your body safety. So you can't break a pattern from a dysregulated nervous system. So we
Mm-hmm.
start by helping the body to feel safe in the present moment. And practicing nervous system regulation daily helps lower the baseline stress level. So that means when you're triggered, your actions are less intense and
Mm-hmm.
your system can find safety again more easily when you have a lower baseline for stress. So a few practices that I love, and you can do a lot of them anywhere. The first one is humming. Everybody knows what humming is, but I don't know if you knew this, but humming stimulates the vagus nerve, which activates the parasympathetic nervous system, and that is your body's rest and digest state. And it just sends a vibration through the throat and the chest, which directly stimulates that vagus nerve. You want to try that together?
I would love to.
Okay. Now, it might be a little awkward, but just play with us. So just close your mouth and you're just going to make the sound. And just,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, sit in a relaxed posture and inhale through the nose and exhale. And you're just focusing on a smooth buzzing sound. You don't have to do this perfectly. It could sound really off key. One more time. How does that feel?
I know now from being in this space that when your parasympathetic system kind of kicks in and you are relaxed, your stomach can growl. It's just kind of, it's exactly what just happened. So that's just interesting. And it's those cues, the physical cues that we have to realize matter, right? So it works.
Yeah, and it just tells your body, tells your system that I'm safe. I
Mm-hmm.
don't need to fight. I don't need to flee. I don't need to freeze right now. And from that state, patience, clarity, and connection become available again.
And combining that breath work with the humming is powerful.
Exactly. Yep. They're both settling down that parasympathetic nervous system. So the next one is 478 breathing technique. And we'll do this 3 times. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 7, and then exhale for 8. So when you're inhaling with the closed mouth. You're inhaling through your nose, and then you can exhale out your mouth. That's fine. If you want to breathe out your nose, that's fine as well. So let's just take a collective exhale first. Inhale for 4, hold, exhale for 8. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Very good. And you can use this when you're feeling anxious or stressed. This will also help you to sleep better. So if you wanted to do this right before you fall asleep, yeah.
Tracy, after our last episode, we will be transparent. We actually filmed this one, and there was a technical difficulty, so we're refilming, and so I got to see the magic, and I've incorporated this and integrated this into my day. And Tracy, my sleep is better Like, and I know the breath work. I've been doing breath work, but the in this order I've been doing it, right? I start the humming with my breath work, and then I have the longer exhale for the inhale, and then I have the minds that what I know our next tools are going to be. So I just want to encourage anybody that does struggle with sleep, it does struggle with getting that mind in, where you want it to be and not overthinking this. This is actual, not difficult things and tools you can use. So
Mm-hmm.
excited for the third.
Yes. And then you can certainly do this longer than 3 times. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're just a beginner with this, I recommend that you only start with 4 cycles and then you can gradually increase to 8 cycles.
Why is that?
It's just like your body will be like overwhelmed. You might get a little dizzy because
Okay.
your body's not used to it. So, um, just be gracious to yourself. Feel in if you're feeling a little off, stop.
Okay.
And of course, you want to do this sitting down.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, especially when you're first starting. Now, this next one, Nicole, this will be new to you.
Oh, we were doing the okay.
I switched it up a little bit. So
Okay.
this next one is called havening. Have you heard of this?
No.
Havening. Havening technique. It helps reduce anxiety, and it's for trauma release, any type of phobias, unwanted thinking, unhappiness, anything that you want to delink from your system, get rid of from the neural pathways. So we're talking about neuroscience here, okay? We're talking about neurochemicals. We're not talking, this is not energy therapy. It's not something like Reiki. This is more talking about neurochemicals in the system. So that's the best way, right, to teach this is to demonstrate it. So what emotion do you feel like you want to release, Nicole?
Uh, overwhelm.
Overwhelm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so how do you want to feel in those circumstances where you're overwhelmed?
More at peace and calm. Like I've got a lot on my plate right now, and there's
Mm-hmm.
my mind's getting pulled in a lot of different directions, and I have a broken foot, which it really, as we talked about before, I really struggle with not being able to move my body when I want to. So definitely that.
Okay. So check in.
Frustration, actually. Let's go
Oh,
with that
frustration.
one.
Okay. So you're frustrated
Yeah, I'm very frustrated. Yeah.
and you want to feel peace and calm
Yeah.
in these circumstances. Very good. So just close your eyes and just tune into your body. And how are you feeling on a level of frustration? One is extremely mild, and 10 is a full-blown panic attack.
I've been pretty high this last few days. I want to say a 7 or 8. Maybe in this moment, I'm not quite there, but I have been a lot in the last few days, to be honest. So let's
Okay.
go for about a 7.
Okay. So remember your number, and you can open your eyes now, or you can keep them closed. It really doesn't matter. You can just listen to me. And so what we're going to do is just cross your hands, cross your arms over your chest like this, and you're placing your palms, the palms of your hands on your shoulders, and we're just going to stroke softly down the outer edges of your arms at a slow pace from shoulders to elbows. This is getting in my way.
I
And
need to hug myself more.
this is
This
very
is so
nurturing,
calming.
very calming.
Wow.
Yeah, this is extremely calming and very nurturing. Think of it like when you were a baby and you were touched and you were stroked like this when you were a
Also, the
child, right?
bilateral stimulation and how
Mm-hmm.
the brain works when you have that bilateral stimulation. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yep. And your brain will receive messages from your hormones that this creates, and it produces this feeling of all is well. All is well with the world. And that you're very calm. And even to help you to feel that, you can put those thoughts and those feelings into the brain on how you want to feel while you're doing
That's
this.
exactly what I was doing.
So I am calm. I am peaceful. And when you're speaking these affirmations, you always want to say them in the present tense, not I will be or I am. You always want to say I am in the present tense.
I am at peace.
I am
I am
calm.
grounded.
Yeah, I am strong.
I am strong.
My body knows just what to do and works well all by itself. My body continues working for my highest and greatest good. I'm going to do this twice more. Don't forget to breathe. Okay. And you can stop and keep your eyes closed. And again, tune into your body. And now, how are you feeling on that level of frustration?
Significantly calmer. I honestly, and I'm not trying to exaggerate or make this bigger than it is, but almost instantly I felt calmer. And I'm absolutely going to use this. I do a lot of bilateral stimulation as well when I'm frustrated or I can feel something's getting the best of me. This is my go-to, but I am definitely adding in the taps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So what number are you on?
Low 3. Yeah.
So you went from a 7 to a 3
A 3. Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
matter of maybe
Yeah.
a minute,
Yeah.
So it's
I will be
extremely
using that.
powerful.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So if you're upset or if you're anxious, this is a great tool to calm down in the moment so that you can make better decisions. So these are the main things for nervous system regulation. And don't forget that you can co-regulate with your child.
Mm-hmm.
When they're spiraling and you feel yourself escalating, get eye level with them.
Yeah.
Breathe slowly and calmly. Lower your shoulders, soften everything. Use a gentle tone and let your regulated nervous system help regulate theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And then your
And
nervous system becomes their anchor, and it teaches them a lifelong skill.
and it's never too late. Like, these are
No.
not skills and tools that any of us had in our generation raising our kids. And
Mm-hmm.
man, to look back in hindsight, just seeing the difference in my granddaughter doing this with her. I wish I had this for myself as a child, and I wish I did this with my kids as when they were children. But it's never too late to learn, and it's never too late to, co-regulate with someone that you love.
Mm-hmm. I cannot wait to have grandchildren to do these techniques
Yes,
with.
it's way
When my
different.
daughter was a baby, she was colicky, and so I did learn. I hired a masseuse, and she taught me how to massage her belly. I love that. So I wish that I knew this and could
Yeah,
do even more for her as she was aging and growing into herself.
but we just do the best we can with what we got, my friend.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, never forget that. And so now we're going to move into the second tool, which is pattern interrupts. So we're interrupting the pattern in real time. So something happens and you're triggered. Say, for instance, you've told your son to take out the garbage for the fifth time, and you notice the garbage is still there, and you snap. So you get angry, you get defensive, and I'm going to teach you my simple. It's called PACE, PACE, my PACE method, and it's perceive the trigger. Right, I'm activated.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming aware. A, allow a pause, delay the response. C, center the nervous system. E, engage by choice. See,
That's big.
yeah. So, okay, so let's go through this one. So, step one is you're perceiving the trigger, right? You just notice that familiar surge, that anger, that anxiety, that frustration, that overwhelm, and you pause, right? You feel it internally. Your your body tenses perhaps, your heart's pounding, your voice tightens, those thoughts speed up. You feel the urge to control, to fix, to lecture, or to simply shut down. And what do you do next? You call it out, right? Silently say, I'm activated. This is a trigger. Or I like to say, oh, this is just my judge, you know,
Give
and
it a name.
give it a name.
Give it
All
a
right.
name.
Mine is Judge Judy.
Mine's Jasmine.
Oh, Jasmine. So great. So notice it. Notice it in your body, right? And so you can't interrupt what you don't notice. You know, we tend to go throughout our days on autopilot. It's just slowing down, maybe feeling more internal inside your body so that you can then feel these triggers coming up. And noticing it moves you out of autopilot and into choice. So the more that you do it, the more that you're gonna take over and be able to stop those automatic triggers. Um, the next step is just allowing that pause, right? Mm-hmm. So now that you've noticed it, delay the response. This is where you give yourself permission to pause before responding. You can say, I need a moment, right? We'll talk about this in a minute. I just need a moment. I'll be right back. And then you step away if possible. If not possible, we'll talk about that in a moment. And this works because patterns thrive on speed and pause weakens them. So if you're not able to step away, say for instance, you're a young mom and you're in a grocery store and your kid is having a meltdown, you can't just leave the cart, right? And walk away. But what you can do is breathe. You can tap your fingers. With the breathing, it's free, it's available, and you can do that anywhere. But I'm going to show you in step 3 how to center the nervous system. So when you walk away, it could be the bathroom, your bedroom, whatever, just have some time for yourself. And I'm going to show you a breathing technique with other things. So it might be a little awkward being out in public doing this one. So this one you're going to ground yourself, and you do this by taking a deep breath, not a shallow panic breath, a slow, steady belly breath, and while simultaneously balling your hands into fists and then bringing your shoulders up towards your earlobes. Okay, so let's do this together, and we'll do this 3 times. So beginning now, take a nice deep inhalation. Hold your breath at the top, shoulders up towards your earlobes. Now squeeze your hands into fists. Pour all of your frustrations, your anger, your anxiety into those fists. Any unhelpful thoughts into those fists. Hold them, hold them, hold them, hold them. And when you exhale loudly now, drop your shoulders, release your fists. And try it again. Mm-hmm. Okay. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And release. Drop your shoulders, release your fists. Once more, inhale. Squeeze everything. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And release. Just keep repeating it until you feel present enough to choose.
You have to explain the biology behind this. What's going on? How does that work?
Again, it's calming the nervous system.
Yeah, but the tension, you're creating more tension, but I guess then the physical release, I guess it's your body realizing I can be tense and I have the control to be the one to release.
I think when you tense your body and then you relax, you don't realize that sometimes I walk around like this.
And, yeah.
And until I'm like, oh my gosh, relax your shoulders down.
Yeah.
So it's also another cue, like, okay, I was up here already,
Yeah.
And it just it's just a relaxation technique that just allows the body, because we store a lot of energy, a lot of these emotions in our bodies. Mm-hmm. And so then when we can tighten them and then release them, it's like, oh, and you can do this with all parts of your body, really. Like if you want to make it a practice,
Well, there's
practice
the
each
that
parts of your body.
man, I'm drawing a blank on what this is. It's in the course I'm taking right now, where it's like you systematically tense, tense your calf, both calves, and tense your quads, both quads, tense your, your core, tense your, and squeeze and activate and release. And it allows your brain to realize that I'm tense, but I know I'm going to release, and I'm being mindful of that. Just like you said, realizing, catching yourself when you do it.
Yeah. And it's an empowering thing, right? It's an
Mm-hmm.
empowering process to be able to then tell your body, ah, I can be relaxed now.
Mm-hmm.
Where you might have been on autopilot being dysregulated and not even know it because that's your norm.
Yeah.
But when you can show it something different, you can begin to make it a habit. These are all habits that we create, good or bad. So when you make it a habit to be calm and relaxed, have a calm and relaxed nervous system,
Mm-hmm.
then you, again, I mean, everything flows easier. You can think more clearly. You don't get triggered as much.
No.
Mm-mm.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. And then the last step, E, engage by choice. Now you can respond in a positive, grounded energy rather than a frustrated, upset one, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
Even if the choice isn't perfect, it's not automatic. And
Yeah.
that's the shift. Every time you pause and not react, you're building a new neural blueprint, really, for
Yeah.
yourself. And some days you'll catch yourself before you react. Some days you'll choose halfway through. And some days you'll only realize it afterwards. We're all human. And all of that is progress.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Recognizing it is big. Writing it down is so important too. If you
Mm-hmm.
really want to structure your those neural pathways in your brain and create a new life for yourself, being mindful of it, but keeping record of it and the improvements and the advancements. That's one thing I'm doing, is the difference side by side charts really help. And I've been using the tools that I've learned with you, my friend, and it significantly helps for sure.
Yeah, because then you're showing your brain, you have proof, and you're showing your brain,
Mm-hmm.
see, that worked.
Yeah.
So it's going to increase your willingness to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just do these when you feel flooded with emotions, when you're about to react instead of respond, or in moments where you see it coming that you're going to escalate things, and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to step away. It only takes a minute, and a minute can change anything, can change
Sure
everything,
can.
really. So now the last one is subconscious reprogramming. And this is where I'm going to take Nicole into a self hypnosis practice. And
This
what
is
we're
good.
doing here is when you're working with somebody on a subconscious level, you're changing the root of the problem. And um, this is we work at the level where the pattern was formed, really, which is in the subconscious. And this is where hypnotherapy comes in. Being guided by a hypnotherapist is the fastest and the most effective way to break these patterns, but you can certainly benefit from self hypnosis. It just takes a bit longer. So, again, we're going to do this self hypnosis practice with you, my friend. And one of my mentors and friends, Melissa Tears, taught me this years ago, and I still teach it to new clients to deepen the work that we do together. So, before we begin, I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to do this again and tune into your body and determine your beginning stress level, because we're going to. And 0 is totally relaxed, the most relaxed a person can possibly be. And 10 is a full blown panic attack. So determine what number you're on right now and say it out loud.
I'll be honest, I'm not very dysregulated because we just did all these we used all the tools, but just for the sake of this, I'm about
Just say
four,
truly what
five.
you're.
To be honest, 4 or 5. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
good.
that's good. And the reason why we take our beginning stress level is because we're going to take it again at the end. And this proves to us that what we're doing is effective and that it feels good. And when we train our brain that we're doing something that works for us and we provide data to it, we're going to be more likely to do this habit, okay? Just like we were talking before about the other things. So, for example, if you start today with a 4 or a 5, you'll likely get down to a 0 or a 1. And you're showing your brain that this works. And that's why we begin with the beginning stress level. Okay.
I'm going to try not to fall asleep. I think I almost fell asleep last time.
That's okay. I'll wake you up.
Wake me up. All right.
Okay. So I would ask that you maybe turn your chair diagonally so that you're not facing the screen.
Okay.
Yeah. And then just find a focal point on the wall to look at. And make sure you have both feet flat on the floor. And we're going to start with the eyes open, so softening your gaze. Kind of diffuse your focus a little bit. And in a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And I'll be asking you to close your eyes in between each count. So softening your gaze, staring at that spot. Now 10, close your eyes. With your eyes closed, I want you to imagine a wave of relaxation going from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. I want you to imagine or envision the number 10 slowly fading or relaxing out of your mind. Some people will notice the number growing dim and distant, or disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Now you're going to open your eyes to quickly close your eyes. 9. And imagining another wave of relaxation moving down your whole body, down to the bottoms of your feet. The number 9 fading, relaxing out of your body. And you open your eyes and close your eyes. 8. And another wave, imagining that wave of relaxation really sinking into every muscle as a number fades, really letting it sink in. And you open your eyes and close your eyes. 7. Another wave, letting that wave of relaxation really sink into any part of your body that needs a little bit more comfort. Sinking in. And you open your eyes and close your eyes. 6. Another wave, that wave of comfort sinking in, the number fading, relaxing out of your mind. And you open your eyes, close your eyes. 5. And imagining a wave of comfort sinking in, the number 5 fading. So with each number, you get more and more comfortable inside as you relax. You can open your eyes and close your eyes. 4. Another wave, that wave of comfort sinking in. And you relax even more. Imagining that wave of comfort moving all the way down to your feet. And all those muscles in the bottoms of your feet. The number fading. And you open your eyes. And close your eyes. 3. That wave of comfort sinking in. Relax even more. Imagine another wave of comfort as the number fades. And then you open your eyes and close your eyes. 2. Imagine that comfort really sinking into every muscle, getting more and more relaxed as the number fades. And you open your eyes and close your eyes. 1. Really let it sink in now, settling in, the number fading. And I want you to take a moment and really imagine every muscle relaxing even more. And focusing your mind for a moment or two on your legs. I want you to focus on those legs and imagine those legs are so full of relaxation, so full of comfort that they're heavy with relaxation. What would it feel like if they were so relaxed? They were heavy. Imagine that comfort sinking in. Now I want you to think a suggestion to yourself. In your mind, think to yourself, my legs are so relaxed. Just in your mind thinking that. My legs are so relaxed. They're heavy. And because you're in a state where you have more power than you think, and you make a suggestion, like your legs are heavy, I want you to take a moment and notice that your legs believe you. Notice that heaviness in your legs. Some people notice that heaviness even more when they try to lift them. They can really sense how much heavier they become. Now I show you that so that you can really become more aware of how even in this light state of relaxation, your mind has more power than you think. Take a nice, deep, letting go breath and repeat out loud the following powerful hypnotic affirmation 10 times, just like this. I am relaxed and open. Begin now.
I am relaxed and open. 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 I am relaxed and open.
Very, very good. Now take a moment and imagine a movie screen in your mind, in whatever way that you can imagine it. And I want you to see yourself or imagine yourself up on that movie screen, just happy. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Just doing something that makes you happy in whatever way you can imagine it. Some people can visualize it. Some people can just imagine it. Now I want you to imagine that you can float right into that movie, right into your body, and feel how good it feels to just be happy. That's right. And then float back out of the movie, back into your body. You'll be able to get right back into the state quickly and easily, much faster than you think. But for right now, just imagine those legs are getting lighter and lighter as you shake off this trance. You'll feel yourself wanting to stretch, to move, to take a nice deep breath. Perhaps put a smile on your lips, releasing some serotonin, letting your mind and body know that you like this and you want to feel this way again. Opening your eyes now.
You mean peel my eyes open? Wow. That was pretty great.
Your session froze a little bit, so I'm hoping.
Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, no, that was incredible. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I fully recommend someone trying that. If you're listening to this while you're driving or something, go back to this episode and play that segment right before bed, because I literally could have fell asleep there.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be, I almost said on air here, you're going to be coming to bed with me tonight, but I guess in theory you might be.
Well, Nicole, imagine, or I was going to say, notice what your ending stress level is for us.
Oh, 0-1. My only issue now is I really don't feel like working.
Well, you'll just have to take some nice deep breaths
Yes, yes, I'll
in a
get
couple
back into
minutes,
it.
you'll
But
be
no,
okay.
that was incredible. Thank you so much. That's so
Yeah.
powerful. Your voice is so soothing. That is your gift from God, is just your ability to calm. I mentioned this before we pressed record, was that there's something about you, you're calming. So I really want to encourage people to, if they're struggling with this, to reach out to you, because you have something for everyone. And if resources are tight, you even have freebies on your website. So go get them.
Yeah, you're right. Do not do this self-hypnosis while you're driving. And I should have
No,
prefaced that before I even
yes,
began. So, yeah, please just wait until you're home.
yes. Wow. Well, before we end this, let's just remind our listeners how to reach you, my friend.
Yeah, certainly. You can email me at info@interstatehypnotherapy.com for more information. That's INNER. I'll respond personally to all inquiries. My website, interstatehypnotherapy.com, and grab my guide off the website, 10 patterns that may be affecting your child, for more tips on how to break those patterns.
Wow, it's incredible. It was very powerful. And I hope what you heard today wasn't just a session, but proof that real change happens when you stop performing on the surface and start doing the deeper work. That's where it's at. Because you're not broken, my friends. You are patterned, and those patterns can absolutely be rewired. If you want to connect with Tracy, you know exactly how to do that. All of her info is going to also be in the show notes. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for choosing your comeback, my friends, one step at a time. Until next time. Thank you for joining us on the comeback season. Please remember, the conversations we share here are for informational and motivational purposes only. We are not licensed medical professionals, and this podcast is not intended to diagnose, treat, or replace guidance from your doctor or your healthcare provider. Always consult your healthcare team before making changes to your nutrition, your fitness, or your mental health routines. Your health and well-being comes first, and we want you to move forward safely with the right support for your journey.